I'm Violinist GraceTheViolinista Kwon, aka Grace the Violinista. Wow, did you just see that? That would be that nerve damage that we're going to talk about later on in this video. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year! It's 2021. I'm hoping we're going to have a great year. So today is a very special day because today we're starting the Delay Challenge! Yay! I'm super excited because I've been wanting to do this since I was a child, and especially the last 4 or 5 years. I've been wanting to do this. I'm like, this is the year, this is the year. And I've never been able to do it because, you know, like work and circumstances and situations and having to move, and then this black hole in my life called a doctorate. It's just been bananas crazy. But with very, very heavy heart, I have decided to walk away from my doctorate program. Like, if people watch my video from 2015, I think they know that something went down, and I made very stupid 5-year mistake, which was not leaving when I should have left. And I was like so close to finishing, and so close to finishing has been 4 years. I mean, I've taken leave of absence and had to move back, you know, for my family because the ceiling had fallen on my mother and it was black mold, and my mom said if she had died, no one would have known. She said that as soon as she called me, she told me what happened. I booked my flight. Forget the lease. I didn't even freaking care about the lease. Told my school I have to move back to Los Angeles. And then I really tried to make it work. I did a whole year flying back and forth. Resources ran out. That was not an option anymore. And it's just the leave of absence, you don't get time back. And being out of school for years does not make it easier from how I reached out. Most of this semester, it doesn't seem like anyone's gonna be helping me. I mean, like, they wouldn't even help me find a tutor to help me prepare for exams. I had to do it all on my own, and they said, you know, just find whoever, just read a book. I'll probably make another video about my experience with doctorate, but it's just been a really bad black hole in my life, and very time consuming, money consuming, stress consuming. It's very, you know, like, if you see me now versus what I used to look like before BU, it's a huge difference. And a lot of that is just the anxiety and stress and all that stuff that went down in 2015. So this was my mistake, going to the school to begin with. Staying was my problem. I should have restarted. I had so many offers, and I didn't restart in 2015, and I didn't start again in 2017. And, you know, Tiffany and I were recording so much. We had so much repertoire where, like, I was like, you know, why don't you just apply again? And I was like, that's so stupid to start over. That was stupid. Not starting over was stupid. But you know what? I'm gonna cut my losses and just dedicate my 2021 year to just challenging myself and doing everything that I want to do, and not be sidetracked by circumstances or by black holes. So I'm so excited. Today we're starting the Delay Challenge. So the Delay Challenge is, most people probably know, I'll put this up actually. Joy, are you okay? I'll put this up right here. But the Delay concertos, the Delay is for Dorothy Delay, who was one of the greatest music teachers that ever existed on this earth. She was fantabulous, a great heart. She's freaking fantastic. She's #goals. So this is her concerto sequence. So she had two things. She had this concerto sequence, and also like how to practice, like a 5-hour schedule. So I'll talk about that in on a different video. I did it on Instagram, but I'll make a YouTube video for it. So Dorothy Delay kind of took the most important, I wouldn't say most standard repertoire in the violin literature, and basically grouped them in the order that you should go. People have actually a very, very famous resource that I suggest people use. It's called Mimi something. She's out in Indiana, and she has this list and then has supplements that go with it. Because at the bottom you see the sequence of etudes are down here, but there's actually recommendations like, with this piece go like this, and if you want to go outside the scope of this concerto, like you want to do side pieces like donklas or like telemons or something like that, then it has a list for you. But here she broke it into 3 groups, levels. Like, most difficult is, I don't think it's most difficult. I think it had to do with the density and the complexity of the literature. Like the Walton, Shostakovich, Shostakovich, 20th century composer. I don't think they're all more difficult than something like the Beethoven. If you play the Beethoven concerto, to make it sound elegant is, I think, as difficult as playing the cadenza for the Shostakovich. It's a different kind of difficult. You need to have very, very good skills to be able to play Walton, Stravinsky, Shostakovich, and stuff like that. But you also need skills to play the third movement of the Glazunov. You know what I mean? Just lying. So she broke this up into levels, and my goal, I remember when I was 12, I didn't actually know it was called the Dorothy Delay sequence. My teacher was a Dorothy Delay student, and she had these concertos, and I remember like writing Saint-Saëns like on these like cute little post-its and putting it on this stand. And when I was 12, I wrote them out, and I wrote like, I want to get through these concertos before I go to college. But it wasn't this exact list. This is Dorothy Delay's exact list. I think this is from her biography. I have to double check that. Don't quote me on that, but that's where I think this is from there. We have Bach A minor, Bach E major. These are standard. Bach A minor is actually even in the Suzuki books. Haydn G, Haydn C, Kavalevsky, Mozart 2, 3, 4, 5. Although I do want to throw in Mozart 1 in here just because, but I don't know if that's going to be like breaking my own rules. Why not? And then the Conus I've never played. Mozart 2 I've never played. These were not standard repertoire when I was growing up. Bruch G minor, that's standard. Mendelssohn, Cacciatorian, never played the Cacciatorian. Barber, Vinyavsky, D and F sharp minor. Lalo, Dvorak, Violin 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5. I have done 5. Saint-Saëns 1 I never played, but I did do Saint-Saëns 3. But only the first movement. I learned in that concerto that I'm not a fan of Saint-Saëns, which is funny because the only thing I'm working on right now, my favorite thing to work on right now is the Saint-Saëns Sonata. Paganini 1, and then group 2 is Tchaikovsky, Sibelius, Brahms, Prokofiev, D minor, G minor, Bartok, Glazunov, Beethoven, and then group 3 is Walton, Elgar. Never done Walton, not a fan of Walton. I think it's because I was forced to listen to the viola concerto like 30 times when I was in my undergrad, and I just couldn't take it anymore. It was like The Ring. I was like, no, get me. I'm done with Wagner. Never want to play Wagner. I don't care how pretty Othello is. I'm done. Peace. And then Stravinsky, Shostakovich, and other 20th century composer. So that would be like Berg and like Korngold, who's one of my personal favorites. And yeah, Bernstein. Oh, well, that would be the Serenade. So, but then again, Lalo's on here. I'm assuming this is the Española, not the actual concerto, because no one really plays the concerto. Maybe we should clarify and put those both in here. But anyway, this list is extensive. This is not going to be a one-year project. I'm thinking this is going to probably take me a good decade, but my goal is from 5 to 7 years to complete this list. And then, you know, obviously with other things thrown in, like the Mozart 1 and then the Korngold and stuff like that. So this is a challenge for myself to keep true and keep going. But disclaimer, because of my injuries from my car accident, with my pinky, and my third finger is actually much better now. Thank you to my physical therapist. But the pinky is still, I mean, I can feel more now, but like if I took something sharp and then like I can't feel it as much, and I don't really have control. About 90% of the time I have no control. It falls off the fingerboard all the time. I mean, you saw me earlier when I was trying to do the peace sign and I couldn't even do the peace sign. But so Vinyavsky and Paganini, maybe even the Violin, I don't really see it happening. But you know what? I wanna try. After my car accident, I tried to do the Sibelius. That was my okay, little history. The car accident happened in 2012. 2012, I was one of 3 chosen to represent the United States at the Buenos Aires Violin competition. And then a month before I had to leave, I got into a car accident, and I thought it was just gonna be a little pain, and it wasn't. I had to I couldn't play. It was very difficult to play. The first few months was just I went from doing like Paganinis and the Sibelius Concerto and these fun things to like going back to Chef Chick and like lifting my finger and putting it down, lifting my finger, putting it down in 5-minute sets because I couldn't even do 5 minutes. I couldn't even hold a phone without my entire arm becoming like numb and tingling. So most likely there are going to be about 5 concertos, 5 maybe 7 concertos on here. I probably won't be able to like record, especially at a high level. Mostly because, you know, for fingered octaves, you need your 4th finger to work and pretty much be in control. And for tenths, you need the 4th finger. Unfortunately, as much as I would love like beautiful dexterous hands, unless I'm Shaq, I don't think I can do a tenth, like running tenths, like in a shot in the Vinyasa with the 1 and a 3. I'm just saying. But, you know, if I can figure out a way around it, who knows? I love making these little exercises for my students, like to rehab. Like, for instance, one of my students has, she's broken both her wrists. Born with a crooked pinky and messed up one of her fingers. She didn't do it. It happened at school, and the school, instead of sending her to the hospital, told her to go to orchestra and play on the hand. And that's where the damage was done. So when she, after her surgery, we took a lot of time. Like, as a teacher, I was really challenged to make sure that she never pushed past the limit where her physical body could handle it. And then I had to figure out exercises to grow the muscle to compensate for her injuries, because she doesn't have as much flexibility as someone who doesn't have steel rods in her wrist. You know what I mean? So yeah, so this is my project. This is a long video of me talking. Hopefully people are still watching. But thank you so much. If you're here right now, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you guys partake in this challenge as well and just kind of like go through these concertos. They're quite amazing. The reason why I'm making this New Year resolution video now, today's the 7th, is because from the last week of December, since I decided to walk away from the doctorate, I wanted to see if it was indeed the doctorate that was messing me up or if it was me. And since I let go of the doctorate, like preparing for it, like I totally accept that I am back at square one. I lost years of my life. I lost so many things. And then I'm back at square, not even one, square zero. I'm at square zero. As soon as I let that go, I don't know, like my practice has been different. First day after my family and I talked about it, after I talked to my mom about it, and she wanted me to still fight for it, and I'm like, I just don't have it in me to fight anymore. I mean, they won't even give me feedback on my exams, so I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I'm like, okay, I need to walk away from this. Literally the next day I had a 7-hour practice section. It was actually 7 hours and 50 something minutes. That was on top of work, on top of joy, on top of teaching, on top of taking care of the house. That was on top of my other duties. And I was really surprised because I always thought I never had time to practice. And then it's been just every single day, 5-6 hours sets. I'm super happy, and I'm learning the Saint Son, and I'm building it up to tempos within a few days, and I'm like, what? And it's quarter note equals 178, folks, and it's like 16 notes. It's amazing. I can't wait for you guys to hear it on a live stream or something. But it's a wonderful sonata, and I need to put that up on YouTube one day. Tiffany is on board learning it, although she took a look at the last page and went, what the no. I'm so excited. So definitely letting go of this doctorate, it's just made this space in my life to do this challenge. And people are gonna be like, Grace, I've heard you started a Beethoven project last year. I did, and I'm not gonna let that go. I'm actually gonna restart it. That's gonna be part of the later videos. I'm gonna restart it. But I wanna like just get started with this Delay project. And now that I know like my body's able, my heart is able, everything's just moving better. I'm sleeping better. I'm gonna commit to this, but it won't be like every single day there's gonna be a concerto up. I don't think like no. But I think this is gonna be fun and exciting for me. It's gonna be mostly, 2021 is gonna be about me. It's gonna be about the repertoire I want to play, the music I love, and doing challenges. So yeah, I'm sorry, 2021 is going to be a little selfish. It's going to be about me, not about work, not about the black hole, not about anything. It's just going to be about me and my violin. All right, so here are the rules I'm setting for myself for this concerto challenge, this delay challenge. These are my parameters, okay? Not for everybody else. It's just to keep Grace on, you know, Grace on track. Number one, every practice session that I have, it should be 1 hour of the concerto project. 1 hour, maximum 3 hours, only because I don't want to go like all heavy and ham and then like burn out. And plus I really do love the sing-song, and I want to, you know, other things. And after this COVID thing's over, hopefully soon, we will eventually go back to regular life and the halls will open up again, and you know, so I need to make sure I still have my orchestra excerpts down and stuff like that. So in my sonatas for chiaroscuro and then for work and stuff like that, I need to always make sure I have time for those other aspects of my life. So rule 2, 3 times as much hours of practice per minute of performance. So what that means is if the, like, example, if something is 10 minutes long, then it's going to be 30 hours of practice minimum, not max. I shouldn't have to like learn and be able to perform it in 30 hours, although that would be pretty gnarly. The minimum requirement should be 3 times as much hours of practice per a minute of performance. And this is a very conservative number. Like back when I was at New England Conservatory, one of my teachers like sat us down in the studio and like had this full-on talk with us, and for him it was like, you know what? Don't quote me, but I remember the number 100 being there. So I'm probably going to reach out to him tonight via email and be like, do you remember that conversation we had for the studio? You did a whole printout. Would you mind sending it to me? I think back then for something like Tchaikovsky or like these big concertos, it was like 100 hours of practice per a minute of performance. I think it was something like that. Or maybe it was total. I don't remember. I wasn't really paying attention. I just remember seeing the number 100 hours and being like, what the F? And then he even had this breakdown of like how many, you know, how many hours of rehearsal you should have per, you know, different things. We had this rule in the studio at minimum of 30 hours a week of practice, and how to break that up on top of your, you know, orchestra music, chamber music for classes, you know, your own solo stuff, competition stuff, audition stuff, you know, just, he had this like this very intricate system of how to make sure you have everything in balance, so that you can also do your gaviniers or like a fiorillo or your kreutzer or dons, your etudes on top of your scales and other technical stuff. So yeah, he had a very intricate system. So my number is very conservative. The only reason I'm setting this rule of 3 times as much hours of practice as per minute of performance is so that I don't get cocky. It's just to keep Grace under like, have fun, no. So I don't want to be like, you know, the first concertos, it's like my kids play it and, you know, stuff like that, and I'll be like, girl, I know this, I don't have to really work on it. I don't want that to happen. I want to look at this like if it was the first time, like with fresh eyes, and actually do the work, like do the building up just like my kids would, like, or the way I would instruct my even like college students to do it who are learning, you know, who happens to learn this for the first time, which is why I want like a new score for every concerto, which is very expensive, so probably won't happen, but I would love to happen. I don't want to be like, oh, it's just a hide-in. That's bull. I don't want to ever think that way. And in case there is like a 5% chance that Grace gets haughty and, you know, and be like, I got this. No. Even if I'm magically able to like get a concerto in 10 hours, that's not going to be acceptable. I'm going to work on it before I perform it. I allow myself to like record it or perform it or live stream it or something like that. And then the third rule is record it. You know, I was really inspired. There's this really wonderful musician on YouTube. His name is The Viola Kid, Drew. And there was something he said that really stuck with me. And he was like, record everything. Whether it's crappy, whether it's good, you put hours in it, record it. Because we're in a day and age where we can record it. Versus when I was going to school, I recorded everything on a mini disc. And guess what? No one has a mini disc anymore. So all of that is lost. So I want to record everything, probably not with a real pianist because COVID, but I do want to have like a record of it. So whether it's a live stream or a live performance, or with a real pianist and a live stream, or whether it's me and a robot on my speaker, I want to record it to commemorate that moment in this process that is this concerto challenge. So yeah, that's my way of passing. I've been wanting to do this project for so long. I've been wanting to relearn concertos and just like go. I've always wondered what it would be like to go through the list exactly the way she said. Just curious, because I don't know a lot of people that actually go through this list in this exact order anymore. So yeah. Okay, so those are the rules. If you want to see those practice videos, it will be here. I will, like every Friday, I'll upload a video and that will keep me in check. Number 4, weekly videos. This is for my own accountability, especially because of what happened with the Beethoven. The Beethoven, I went strong and then other things in life took over and then I kind of like just back burner. Every Friday, week 1, week 2, week 3, every Friday there will be a video of the Delay project. And whether that is 15 hours on that video, like a 15-hour condensed, obviously it's not gonna be 15 hours long, but 15-hour video, 15 hours of practice on that video, or whether it's 1 hour because I was stupid and only got 1 hour. I want like a record of it. That way I'm like, Heffa, you screwed up this week. Get it together next week. Or like, okay, Grace, you did good, but let's like trim the fat here. That's for my own accountability. I'm so sorry if you're not into those videos, but as I said, 2021 is gonna be a Grace year. I'm gonna do the things I need and want to do for my violin life. And this is what I really detrimentally feel like I need. Because practicing is great, but there needs to be some kind of accountability and sign of progress for me. That's really big because there's literally been no progress in my life because of this black hole. So I do need progress in my life. So this is every Friday, like clockwork, whether you have 5 things, whether you have 0 blip or thing. If it's that week and I screwed up, I will come on here on Friday and be like, yo, I screwed up, sorry. Help a sister out. Anybody want to do practice buddy system with me? If you do this challenge yourself and you're a musician, let me know. I would love to see your videos as well. But anyway, so those are the rules. Learn it, commit to it, accountability. Yes. So that's what we're gonna do. And now we're gonna practice it. So let's get to practicing. So that's one of the fingerings I'm optioning. It has more warm quality for like for that, but I like a more, how should I say, almost innocent feel as well. So the other option is with that kind of bow with the warmer fingering, or just innocent the whole way. don't have the text quite yet. Until I actually get the text, I don't really know what my actual bowing is going to be. Alright, I'm gonna play it actually as a Glamian suggests, kind of like old school feel. Probably not all the way, but really old school. Like super old school is. It's a slower tempo. That's like real old school. We're not gonna go that far. Glamian version. Here we go. 2, 3. Would this make sense? I don't know. A 4 on the G sharp. That's so cray. Natural. That's such an over exaggeration, but yay! Yeah, so okay, I think that's enough for today. So this week I did like the bare minimum, which was 1 hour, and then the maximum was 3 hours per day. But at this rate, I like realized halfway through the week, at this rate, it's gonna take me 45 days before I'm like I allow myself to like record and like move on from this concerto. I was like, we ain't doing that, boo. We can't do that. So like starting next week, we'll probably spend more time with it. I'll probably start spending more equal time between my sonata project and my concerto project. I'll start spending like more even time, because it's literally been, if I have like 5 hours, like I would spend like 5 hours on Saint-Saëns originally, and then I would like add in 1 hour before I go to bed or something like that, which kind of messed up my arm this week, to be completely honest, because I was like pushing the Saint-Saëns so hard. And I'm like, Grace, you've literally been working on this for 10 days. Like, why are you trying to bust out 178? Back up. Go, like, calm your butt down. You're going to spend time on it. So calm down. And also for the Bach, I was like just pushing, just wanting to play, you know, like fast, you know, like I just want to play everything up to tempo. I was just pushing too hard. So I'm going to just take it easy. For this concerto, for sure, it's going to be like a 45-hour project for me. You guys, I'm probably not going to record all 45 hours, but now that this announcement has gone up, you will be able to see my practice videos on my Instagram. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So this is kind of like my, so these are, so I have before and after videos. Oh, I forgot to write after on this one. Oh, these are just real moments of grace. So yeah, that's my Instagram. So if you guys want to see like my daily practice videos, go check out my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. And of course, as long as I'm doing the Dorothy Delay project, every Friday will be the accumulation of my practice videos that I've collected over the week. So starting next week, we'll be a little bit more balanced, and we're gonna try to get this done as soon as possible. But anyway, if you're working on a concerto from the Dorothy Delay list, let me know in the comment section below. I'm super excited to hear what you guys are working on, and I need to go to bed. It's past 2 o'clock, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace. Make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. Eee!